The kids had a day off from school on Monday because it was Lincoln's birthday, I think. Or was it Washington's birthday? It's someone's birthday, so I decided to take a day off as well, so we can hang out. I also wanted to gather some stats with the Tesla. Stay tuned at the end of the video where I go over some of those things. I heard about this place called Travel Town. The kids love trains, so I figured let's go and check it out. Travel Town is in Burbank, which is about 11 miles north of Los Angeles. It's a little over 50 miles from where we live though. Similar distance going to work, so just like any other day for me. It took a little over an hour to get there, and when we got there, the place was closed due to high winds. Well, we didn't drive this far for nothing, so I opened up Google Maps and zoomed out a bit to see what was around the area. Forest lawn? Yup, a cemetery. I'm not about to take my boys there. I mean, the landscaping and view might be cool, but I don't know if they're gonna be interested in that. Oh, but wait, Carrie Fisher? I asked my boy if he knew who she was, and yep, she is Princess Leia. They are huge Star Wars fans, and I figured let's go check it out. We were supposed to go to Travel Town, and it's closed because it's high winds or something. So we asked Google, what else is around here? Well, it turns out Forest Lawn is right next to the place, and there's a couple of famous people that are here, so we're gonna go and check them out. Looks like we're near. Let's see, where do we park here? Do we park in here? I guess so. It took some time, but we found her resting place, and it was next to Debbie Reynolds. Fun fact, she is Carrie Fisher's mom, and sadly they both passed away within a day of each other. Now, I'm going to share my ignorance. For some strange reason, I thought Debbie Reynolds was Burt Reynolds' wife. But then, I'm like, wait, does that mean Burt Reynolds is Carrie Fisher's dad? That doesn't make any sense. I don't know. Oh, wow. Shout out to my coworker Laura and Wikipedia for setting this info straight with me. We also checked out Paul Walker. You know, Brian Earl Spillner from the Fast and the Furious. Jerry Buss is nearby as well. For those who don't know, he was the owner of the Los Angeles Lakers. This place is really nice. The view is great and it's peaceful. Zooming out more on Google Maps, we see that there's a Walt Disney Studio nearby. Let's check it out. We spoke with the guard and found out that it was private property. Oh man. He did suggest for us to check out Warner Brothers Studios, which is also nearby. He believes there's a tour there, so let's go. Parking at Warner Brothers is $15. Luckily, I found a 2-hour spot on the street. We walked around to find out more about the tour. Here's a screenshot from their website. I wasn't prepared to drop that kind of loot on the tour. Also, one of my kids wasn't old enough to go anyway. We continued to walk around and just took pictures, and we left. Shout out to Nadia who suggested we should check out the Griffith Observatory. I could never say observatory. Observatory. So we did. Unfortunately, the observatory was closed on Mondays. We are striking out today, but the kids were having fun and we got to spend time together. We just drove through since we haven't been here before. We will be more prepared next time. I decided we should start heading back. I didn't want us to get stuck in that Pasadena traffic. The kids wanted to eat at Golden Corral, so we did. Afterwards, I dropped off one of my kids with my wife. He hangs out at work with her in the afternoon. My other son and I headed to a supercharger and go to the bank. Alright, so we are supercharging, and so far today we've driven 134.3 miles, used up 37 kilowatt hours at 277 watt hours per mile. And the supercharger, I think, is capable of doing 72 or 76 kilowatts. So that's the stats right now. When we started charging, it was at 26% left, state of charge. And it's gonna take about 45 minutes. We're gonna go to the bank, to the ATM, pull out some money, and then come back. I'm just gonna charge real quick, but I'll fully charge when I get home. So, but I wanted just to get it up there around 40% maybe before we go home. All right, so we're back in the car. We left at 4:18, it's 4:27, so 9 minutes. And it looked like it charged 12%. See, pretty quick. Oh, look, it jumped up to 60 kilowatts now. So we're gonna stay here for a couple more minutes. One cool thing we could do is we can do some Netflix and charge. Alright, so here are the numbers that some of you are waiting for. In this trip, I drove 134.3 miles, spent 37 kilowatt hours, and it's about 277 watt hours per mile. And I checked my utility bill, my electricity bill, and I have 3 rates. But the super off-peak, which is between midnight to 8 a.m., it cost me 14 cents per kilowatt. So check your bill, and this is how you could figure it out. Also, the supercharger that I was on cost 31 cents per kilowatt. Now I'm going to be comparing my previous vehicle, which is a Prius, and I average about 55 miles per gallon. And we're just going to say that to fill that up, it costs $3.16 per gallon. So let's get to it. So to figure out how much to replenish what I've used, which is 37 kilowatt hours at 14 cents, we're just going to take the 37 kilowatt hours, that energy that I used, and multiply it by 14 cents. So that's going to give us, let's see, 37 times 0.14. So it's going to cost me $5.18 to fill that up. So 5.18 to refill using electricity at home. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's expand this a little bit. All right, so what does that compare to with a 55 mile per gallon Prius? And to do that, what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the distance that I've driven, which is 134.3, and we're gonna divide by 55 miles per gallon, and we're going to multiply that by the gas price, which is 3.16. So what do we get? So 134.3 times 50. Oops, sorry. Let's do that again. So 134.3 divided by 55 equals 2.44 blah 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 blah, and then multiply that by 3.16, and so it's about $7.72. $7.72 to fill it up with gas. Fill up with gas. So $5.18 versus $7.72 if you fill up with gas. Now let's go ahead, and I still have like free miles from buying the car and using a referral. So if you are planning to buy a Tesla, please use my referral code so that we both get free charging miles. But let's go ahead and calculate how much it would have cost at 31 cents per kilowatt and replenishing 37 kilowatt hours. So all we have to do is take 37 kilowatts that we've used and multiply it by 0.31, and it would have cost $11.47 to refill at Supercharger. Oops. All right, so it's more expensive to refill at a Supercharger versus refilling or refueling with a Prius at the rate of 55 miles per gallon at $3.16. Now, what if we have a 30 mile per gallon vehicle? We can do that by, once again, we're going to take 134.3 and we're going to divide by 30, then multiply 3.16 at the cost of gasoline. So let's go ahead and do that. Clear this up. 134.3 divided by 30. We use about almost 4.5 gallons, so 4.48, I guess, but we'll just won't round off yet, and multiply by $3.16. So to fill up what we've used driving that distance at a vehicle that's 30 miles per gallon, it would cost us $14 and let's say 15 cents to refill using 30 mpg. So there you have it. Hopefully my calculations are correct on this, but to summarize, pretty much it's $5.18 to refill using electricity at home at 14 cents per kilowatt. So check your electricity bill so you can do your calculations. To use that supercharger, 31 cents per kilowatt, it would cost $11.47. Now you can, or you would have to check the app on the car itself because it doesn't show rates. There might be apps out there that would show the rates for Tesla superchargers, but in the car, in the maps, it would tell you what the rates are. In Southern California, so far, what I've seen, it floats around 28 cents to about 32 cents per kilowatt. It's pretty expensive. Then the $7.72 is if I had my Prius and its efficiency is 55 miles per gallon. So $7.72. And then if we were to have a vehicle and compare the 30 miles per gallon, it would cost $14.15 to refill. What do you think about those numbers? Let me know in the comments below. I've compared it to a Prius and a 30 mile per gallon car. The savings are there if your electricity rates are good and you charge from home. If your only source of charging is supercharging and the rates are high, you may save more money with a hybrid, but you will run into more maintenance costs. Please leave a like if you liked the video and don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching.